Nous l'avons déteste le fasciste.
It's actually quite terrifying if we don't enforce the law and incentivize people to follow the law, because if we don't, then they're going to come for everybody.
I'm an Iranian who moved to Canada 12 years ago and left my country 24 years ago because of all this and this oppression and this violence and this jihad mentality.
Why do these people want me and my children dead? And they were celebrating in our street. And Madame Plante, we wrote to you, we protested in front of you, and you're nowhere to be seen. We want you to act.
So here Alexa for Rebel News, and I'm currently at Victoria Square Park. And why I'm here today? Well, first of all, I didn't back down. I came back. I don't know if you saw my assault that happened on Saturday. So on Saturday, it was the first day that this encampment was set up in the middle of the public park. So I came here to report on the breaking news, but I was assaulted multiple times in front of the police officers who did nothing. So I invite you to watch this full report. You don't want to miss that. But today, why I came back, first of all, I have my private security detail with me. So I'm safe, don't worry. But if you want to chip in to help me to offset that expense, please go to journalistdefensefund.com. So today, there is a group of people who have called to come here and to gather and to express their disagreement and their frustration towards not only the Valérie Plante administration, but also with the inaction of politicians to not remove those encampments. I'm talking about this one that is a new one in the public space, but also the McGill one. McGill is still in place, it's still up, and McGill want this encampment to be dismantled, but police have said that they will not intervene because they didn't reach the threshold to remove the encampment. So we are here today to speak with the people who came here to counter this protest. We want to have their thoughts on the new encampment, also about the inaction of Valérie Plante and the police officers. Now, let's speak with the people who came here today to counter and to express their frustration. Let's check it out.
Enough of the defacing of private and public property, that things need to change in this city because the way we're going, it's a very slippery slope away from the rule of law. You know, as lawyers,
we came here to express to the government that there's no need for this to happen. There's no reason for this to stay in public spaces. We can't deal with this anymore. The mayor should care about the Canadian citizens. We cannot deal with this thuggish behavior in our country anymore. Why is this happening? We're here as Canadians, as Quebecers, as people of this country, saying no more to this anti-behavior, anti-Canadian behavior. It's not even anti-Israel and pro-Palestinians, it's anti-Canadian.
Stop with the rallies, it's ridiculous. You know, making a mess of Montreal. We're tired of this.
Et quand on voit ce qu'ils font, même aux valeurs québécoises, que ce soit la statue, etc., ce n'est plus le conflit israélo-palestinien, c'est le conflit de eux et leur nouveau mouvement pour terrasser le gouvernement québécois, le gouvernement canadien et les Juifs de Montréal. Voilà, on devient les victimes. Et vous savez, on est comme le canari qu'on avait dans les mines. Les Juifs, on est la première alarme, on est les premiers à être attaqués. Mais quand le canari, il fait du bruit, c'est le moment où on se dit « Ah, il faut réveiller la sonnette d'alarme, il y a peut-être un danger ». Et nous, on vous dit « Il commence à avoir un danger ». Moi, je suis le porte-parole de Bring Them Home Montréal. C'est une marche qu'on a tous les dimanches, c'est une marche pacifiste. La seule chose qu'on demande, c'est le retour des otages à la maison. Et après mon premier discours, j'ai reçu des centaines de menaces de mort en me traitant de sale juif, que le 7 octobre était un acte de résistance et qu'on va faire la même chose à ma famille, qu'on va me violer, qu'on va me trouver dans la rue, qu'on va me trouver au travail, qu'on va me violer, me torturer, me lapider et me tuer, et me décapiter, et qu'on va envoyer chaque partie de mon corps à mes parents tous les jours. On peut être pro-palestinien, on peut être pro-israélien, mais il va falloir respecter l'autre à un moment.
The anti-Semitism that we see, the hate, the violence, and the tolerance that we see from our elected government. Madame Plante, où vous êtes? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Vous inquiétez de la beauté de votre ville. This is not pretty. This is not your city. Bring it back. We want our city back. You know, I woke up one morning in November and my kid's school got shot and I had to take them to school. My brother in Concordia got punched in the face. Why do these people want me and my children dead? And they were celebrating in our street. And Madame Plante, we wrote to you, we protested in front of you, and you're nowhere to be seen. We want you to act. The police is ready to act. Everybody's ready. McGill is ready to act. We want our city back. What do they mean, free Palestine? Palestine free of Jews, free of Zionists. They'll make you believe Zionism is this kind of political movement like Nazism and fascism. It's just the self-belief that Jews have a right to autodetermination in their country of origin, in their ancestral land.
By not enforcing the law and allowing it to stay for over 2 months, her doing that, then why can't they occupy a park? Why can't they deface a statue? And of course, given her negligence to enforce the law, they decided to set up another Hamas homeless shelter. This one I know is even more violent because I know they actually assault reporters. I know it was you, which is awful. It's, you know, they don't care about any of the Western values. It's very clear. They don't care about respecting the press. They don't care about respecting the West. They don't care about respecting monuments. They don't care about respecting public spaces. They don't care about any of that. And we can't allow them to take over the city, let alone the country. What honestly seems like a mix of radical leftism and radical Islam in one, which is a very bizarre combination if you think about it, but both of their goals are the same, is destroy the West.
I'm sorry, I'm so proud being in Quebec and in Canada. There is no shame being Canadian or Quebecois. So what they're doing is not even legal. And the police is not taking the measure because you cannot just occupy a public area and start shouting nonsense about whatever. Today is Palestine, tomorrow can be something else. Besides the Palestine and Israel problem, this cannot happen in this country.
What are your thoughts on the fact that Valérie Plante is almost silenced and she's not doing anything?
She's invisible. Where are you? Your city has been screaming. They've been screaming. At least answer them. They've been so loud. Answer them. Tell them to go back home. Tell them to go home. They have a home. There's people that do not have a home, and you dismantle them in 2 seconds. They have nowhere to go, and these people have places to be, and they're here, and you let them be here. They're professional. These people are paid to be here. That's their job. I have a job. I'm going back to my job. Most people here went back to their job. These people are paid to be here. This is not okay. They should pay rent. We want our city. It's our money at the end of the day. They talk about it. We're taxpayers. Who paid you to be here? And did you declare your income tax here? Or is it something in Palestine?
I don't understand why they're not closing this encampment down. There's no reason for this to be happening right now. There's no reason for this to stay on the public space right now. I don't understand why they're not acting. It should have been gone in the first hour.
Why do you think they don't move? They don't do anything.
Clearly someone is benefiting from this. Clearly they're using this situation for their benefit, the government or whoever. It's absolutely unacceptable. The vandalism, the hate, the violence. I don't understand what is happening to this country, to this province. We cannot let this happen anymore. We're here to stand strong and say no more to this behavior, no more to this government allowing this to happen in our country.
It's costing the city more money. You know, more money out of the pocket every day. You think the people want to see, you know, tents? I mean, I understand. It was beautiful. But now you can't go anywhere without seeing tents or whatever. It's just disgraceful. You know, imagine the tourists that come here. They don't want to come here anymore.
It's not the police. Valérie Plante is their boss. She's the one who makes the decisions, and she's the one who should be giving them the go to get rid of these people. They're chanting, you know, long intifada. That means long live death to the Jews. You know, all these anti-Semitic things, you know, long live resistance. You know, resistance means slaughtering, you know, raping and kidnapping, you know.
C'est une honte totale. C'est une honte totale. Vous savez, jusqu'au jour où un matin on s'est réveillé et qu'on a vu que sur le futur musée de l'Holocauste, on écrit dessus « Fuck Israël » et « Fuck Québec ». Maintenant, c'est-à-dire qu'un musée qui représentait l'anéantissement des Juifs, on écrit Israël. L'antisionisme est devenu de l'antisémitisme. Et Madame Plante, pour elle, qui est dans sa tour d'ivoire, ne s'occupe que des pistes cyclables et de redorer sa belle image en faisant je sais pas trop quoi. Mais sa population, quant à elle, eh ben, on s'en fout. On dépense des millions de dollars dans de la police, on dépense dans des millions de dollars dans de la restructuration de bâtiments qui ont été abîmés avec ces manifestations pro-palestiniennes. On va se concentrer sur le nouvel électorat qui peut peut-être nous faire passer l'année prochaine encore une fois aux élections. Alors on se rend compte que bon bah le nouveau électorat, c'est ceux qui parlent, c'est ceux qui crient les plus forts. Ils crient les plus forts, mais au final, c'est que de la haine. Alors à moins que Madame Plante veuille l'anéantissement des Juifs, elle devrait agir assez rapidement.
I think because it's for the right cause, because she's ideologically captured by her far left, and she, I'm sure, has been very supportive of the defund the police movement, which of course, you know, goes right in tandem with this, and she has decided to pander to her radical left base, which unfortunately makes up a lot of Montreal, and of course the radical Islamists and the radical jihadists that also make up a lot of Montreal now. And she is allowing them to walk all over her, and it's, I think, a mix of willful ignorance and cowardice.
It's a political issue that there's no reason for the mayor to deal with. She's losing nothing from discriminating Jews, and she can lose something from treating the actual problem.
Because she's in their side. She is in their side. And it's proven. You don't need to be Einstein or the masters of politics science to realize who's taking whose sides. So the city and the head of police is very clear that they're supporting this. I'm an Iranian who moved to Canada 12 years ago and left my country 24 years ago because of all this and this oppression and this violence and this jihad mentality. And I'm not gonna tolerate it again here in this country. I'm not gonna see the same shit that I saw in my country here. I'm not gonna let it happen. They can live, we live with them in peace. They don't want peace. And we're not gonna let this continue.
What is your main concern for the future?
So first of all, any citizen could definitely be hurt by violence. For example, they're fully masked. We don't know how to identify these people. If someone's gonna hurt me or hurt my friends or hurt someone's family, we will never be able to identify them. And then what is the consequence of that? This country is just going downhill if we allow this stuff to happen. This is Canada, this is a democratic country, and there's no reason for this to keep happening here.
Tout ça, c'est qu'une excuse. Je vais vous dire très simple. Des guerres, la guerre, c'est pas la première guerre qu'il y a eu dans le monde et ce sera pas la dernière guerre malheureusement. C'est la seule fois où un conflit est importé à ce point-là dans un pays qui n'a aucun lien direct. Le Canada n'a pas envoyé de troupes militaires, il participe pas à la guerre, c'est une guerre qui se gère à 15 000 km de là. Tout ça, ce n'est qu'une vague excuse pour laisser libre à l'antisémitisme, à la haine des autres et à créer un climat de terreur et de peur pour anéantir un peuple juif.
They're first doing it for that they're going to do it more, and they're not just going to come for the Jews. They started with the anti-white racism, they moved to the radical, rabid, orgiastic anti-Semitism, and it's going to come to you next. It will come to you next. I mean, you can let it happen to the whites, and you can see the anti-white racism for the past over a decade just manifest itself in the culture. And then you can see the anti-Semitism, which has always been, you know, lingering in the far left, but it really exploded on a nuclear level after October 7th. And thinking that they will just leave you guys alone, leave every other person alone, you're wrong. They're coming for everybody in the West. They're coming for me, they're coming for you, they're coming for everybody. So it's actually quite terrifying if we don't enforce the law and incentivize people to follow the law, because if we don't, then they're gonna come for everybody.
Mahmoud Khalil, that is the pro-Hamas supporter, pro-Hamas leader who lead the marches, the hate marches every weekend, came here and I asked him a couple of questions and we had an interaction with other Israeli supporters. I want you to watch that. But at the end, it was removed by the police officers, and watch this, it's hilarious. Why do you come on this side? You know you are on the other side. Why you came here? Provocation?
No, it's just public. I want to know what their message is.
Okay. But you know what is the messages that they have?
No, I don't.
They want the encampment gone.
Yeah, for what?
Because first of all, you're occupying a public space where taxpayer money are paying for enjoying that park.
They're taxpayers too.
Huh?
They are taxpayers, yeah.
But that gives
Even
them the
students pay
right
tax,
to take over the full park?
Am I inside the camp? I'm not inside the camp. I'm here to hear this message.
Okay.
You are not a real journalist. Rebel News is not a journalist. You are not even concerned in anything. But
You
Israel.
can tell
And you're not
that
even from Israel.
over
So
and over,
chill.
but I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
You're from where?
Huh?
Where are you from?
What that matters?
No, I'm just asking you, where are you from?
I'm a Quebecer.
You're a Quebecer.
Where
okay.
you from?
I'm from Palestine.
Yeah,
the Holy Land.
originally, where
Yeah,
you from?
Palestine.
So, do you support Hamas?
What does that have to do with me being from Palestine?
Because there is a survey that went out that 71%.
Hamas.com. What is that about?
Do you support Hamas, that is the government in place in Gaza Strip?
Why are you bringing Hamas into this? You're asking
support
me.
it.
You're asking me why I'm here, right? And I told
Yeah,
you why I'm
but
here.
even-
Do you think I am not aware of who you are as a person and as Rebel News? Do you think I'm not?
Who I am?
You guys are propagandists.
Who
You're a
am?
propagandist. The entire government says you guys are not real journalists.
Yeah, you call them Zionists and you want the destruction of them?
No, I don't want the destruction of them. They can live. They can live.
Thank you.
They can live. I have no problem. They can live. Here, I have no problem with any of them. And هذا. Do not underestimate the Holocaust until October 7th. Please chill.
That is the definition.
Sit down, buddy. Sit down. Sit down.
That's
Sit down.
the definition.
I'm having a conversation.
C'est sûr qu'on va rien lui faire.
Khalil, go back to your side.
Go back to your country.
Yeah. I have here.
Pro Hamas leader clearly stated that you have the rights to live. What do you think about that?
Thank you. I know his name, but thank you, Mr. Mahmoud, for allowing us to live. He said, no problem. I have no problem. They have the right to live. Thank you. We know that. We know we have the right to live. We have the right to thrive. We have the right to also contribute to our society here, and we don't feel this is doing anything for it. We have a right to safety and peace and order, and we want our mayors, we want our police to do their job and bring back order to our city. I should not be worried if I want to go shopping on St. Catherine. I should not be worried if I go. I usually wear a chain. My husband took it off. He's like, if you're going there, you're not wearing your chain, you're not wearing your Magen David. Because I'm 4 feet tall, what's gonna happen to me? If I'm in the middle of this crowd, why are their faces covered? Why? Why can't you show your face? Why are you hiding? Consequences are gonna happen. What's gonna happen to you?
So I'm telling you again, these people behind me, they don't like me. They know me by name and they want to destroy me and they want to attack me. So I have no choice. I need to have my security detail with me to protect me. So if you want to contribute to offset my security expense, but also to my colleagues all across Canada and around the world, please go over journalistdefensefunds.com. We need your help. You know, we don't receive money from the government, but we need to be protected, and I cannot count on the police officers.